Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles by Proud Housewife, aka Grace Ann. Chapter 6 Sorting Hats. Author's Note. Hello, friends. I apologize to the people whose private messages I haven't been able to reply to, but things are awful busy here in Fort Parsons, and a mommy's work is never done. Many thanks to those lovely friends who have asked about the little ones. It looks like the second sickie didn't have pneumonia after all. It was just the flu. It was a rough few days, but now all the little Parsonses are in tip-top shape. Phew! Harry Potter walked back to the table of redheads. It was only now that he noticed they were all wearing black and green baseball caps with snakes on them. Tentatively, Harry sat down next to Ronald, who was not wearing a hat, since he, like Harry, was new. So, Harry began nervously, as he bit into a thick, juicy slice of perfectly fried bacon. What sorting hat do you think you will choose? Oh, I will definitely choose Slytherin, Ronald declared confidently. And then he began to eat his oatmeal with his hands. My whole family is Slytherins. He gestured to the countless redheads sitting at the table, and they all turned to Harry and smiled and waved. You should become a Slytherin too. We could do it together. Harry uttered ponderously and took a bite of his eggs. Why don't you tell me what Slytherins believe? Sure, Ronald replied ecstatically, and he kept eating his oatmeal. Well, first of all, we believe in the Bible. That's wonderful, Harry reacted happily as he took a sip of his orange juice. I do as well. Perhaps I could be a Slytherin after all? But wait, that's not all, Ronald continued excitedly and washed his oatmeal down with milk. Gryffindor hats believe in the Bible too, but Slytherins have even more. We have a book full of guidelines on how to be a good person, and a whole panel of Slytherin hats to tell us what to do. Harry furrowed his innocent, childish brow and took another bite of oatmeal, and questioned confusedly, Why do you need all of that if you have the Bible? Ronald guffawed and shoveled more oatmeal into his mouth, and he replied, Why only have the Bible when you can have more? Why, that would be like praying only to God. Harry gasped in horror as he bit into the bacon. Of course I only pray to God. Who else would I pray to? What about Mary? Ronald posited angrily around a mouth of oatmeal. You at least have to worship her. You mean the mommy of our Lord? Harry demanded in scandal and chewed his bacon. I don't worship her. Well, then God hates you, Ron stated simply, and pieces of bacon flew out of his mouth as he did so. Harry was tentative since he was new to the whole Christianity thing, but he did not think that God would hate him for not worshiping his mommy. On the contrary, he had a hunch that God wanted people to only worship him. Don't listen to him, commented a drowsy voice self-righteously from behind Harry. Harry turned and saw a girl about his own age. Her pale yellow hair was tied into braids, and she wore a tie-dyed shirt and faded jeans and flowers in her hair. Peace signs and donkey patches were sewn all over her clothes. You should not become a Slytherin hat, the girl continued confidently, and she was eating what looked like it was supposed to be bacon, but it did not smell or taste like bacon. It missed that smoky, meaty taste that bacon is supposed to have. Instead, it tasted like vegetables blended together and dyed red. Yuck! Harry would take real bacon over that any day of the week. They are far too strict. Harry hummed skeptically. He was not sure about the whole Slytherin business, but the word strict was not what came to mind. You should become a Hufflepuff hat, the girl instructed arrogantly, and continued to nibble at her breakfast. That's what I'm going to do. What do Hufflepuff hats believe in? Harry pondered aloud, and took a bite of his real bacon. Oh, how he wanted to find the true hat. Hufflepuff hats believe in the Bible, but only some of it, Luna explained casually, and she was still feeding on that stuff. We don't believe in stuff against fornication and drinking and socialism, but we really like Matthew 7:1, and that's about it. Really fun, and we seem really nice and tolerant as long as you agree with us. That was when a derisive laugh echoed through the cafeteria. A smug-looking young man, about Harry's age, with slicked back hair, even paler blonde than Luna's, wearing a sweater vest and khakis, strolled languidly down between the rows of tables. Please ignore this fool, Draco drawled smugly. Luna here thinks she can have a career even though she's a woman and women are stupid. Harry gasped at this horrible person. What a mean thing to say. Women shouldn't have careers because women are stupid, Harry shouted indignantly. Women are not stupid at all. Women should not have careers because women are nurturing and loving and their gifts serve them best at home. Draco gasped tentatively. You are diluting the truth. Women are beneath men. No, I'm not, Harry fired back bravely. You are twisting the truth so you can be mean with it. Women are not beneath men. Men and women are just different. Luna smiled at him gratefully. Draco was clearly fumbling for ground here. There was not much ground to stand on when you were being hateful. But when he finally came up with, well, at least I don't eat with Slytherin hats. I hate Slytherins. Ronald began to cry into his oatmeal. I don't hate Slytherin hats, Harry declared boldly. I think they should become Gryffindor hats because I love them. Besides, the Lord ate with sinners all the time. Thank you, Harry, Ronald whispered tearfully. Well, you should become a Ravenclaw hat. Like me, Draco sputtered blusteringly. We are really the best hat. I think you're a mean. We are really the most hateful hat, Harry corrected cleverly. And then he jumped onto the table, and he got down on his knees and raised his hands to the ceiling of the great hall, and he bellowed, Dear Lord, I have made my decision. I am a Gryffindor hat. Author's note. Blessings! As you know by now, listeners, I am not a professional narrator, and am doing my best. This shit just got crazy. Am I right? Okay, until next time, peace.